Hello, everybody. We should be live right now. I hope that we're live. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully the stream is okay. Anyway, so surprise, everybody. Here I am doing a live stream for you guys. It's been a while since I've done this, and oh boy, I have just been taking some time because I need time right now. I need time to gather myself, going through a bit of a phase of feeling totally unmotivated to do anything. Definitely there was a moment where I was like, okay, I'm getting depressed and I don't know what to do about this right now. We got some people in the chat already. Isaac saying hi. We got Sauceberg, Sarah, Flamingo Hunter. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. By the way, if you're watching this in the replay after it's live, I found out that there's the ability now to actually see the chat on the replay. YouTube did not have that as a feature before. So I'm really excited about this. So, you know, honestly, I would really love to be able to do these live streams. I would love to be able to do these live streams more frequently. I would love to upload videos more frequently, but unfortunately, I just haven't been feeling it at all lately. I just have not been very comfortable with being on camera. I have been kind of at a loss for words recently. You know, I'm really interested in wanting to say things. Like, I always am thinking about stuff, and I want to talk about, you know, the stuff that a lot of the stuff that I've already said in my videos. I want to go even further into exploring these topics, such as, you know, mental health, depression, loneliness. I'm more interested in, like, beliefs and why you believe what you believe and how that affects your life. And I'm interested in a lot of self-help stuff, so I want to explore that stuff a lot deeper. But there's some other areas that I'm kind of interested in going into. So I feel like I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about on my channel, but it's just for some reason I haven't been able to actually get myself to make videos and talk about stuff. So what I think I need right now is I need time to just get away from YouTube and stop thinking about, like, my channel at all. And I've been doing that a lot recently, as I've just been like not even thinking about my own channel for a while, because I want to take a step away from it, take a step back, and really figure out what I want to do, because I feel like there's something that I want to do, which is to talk about the stuff that people don't usually talk about because it's uncomfortable to talk about. And you know what that is. That's when you're at a dark place in your life, and you know you're at a dark place, and you know you need help, and you know you want to get yourself together, but you just can't get yourself together because whatever the heck is going on with you, right? I want to make videos that really address that type of stuff, because I know what it's like to just feel like I'm going nowhere with my life, and I want to get myself to do something, you know? I want to be something important. I want to develop myself into being a great person. And I want to help other people, you know, I want to help you along the way, you know, of your journey. And I know that you can always find yourself to be at a dark place in your life. So, I just want to take some time to figure out how I want to approach this situation, how I want to get myself to be presented on YouTube. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. We have Randy Sauer saying, great to catch you again. We have Isaac saying, I'm 14 and I hate myself, but you make me feel better. That's awesome. That's exactly what I want. We have a bunch of people here. So, just remember that you are worth the effort. Love yourself. True. It's true. So, yeah, I figured that in this live stream, I would just talk about some of the stuff that I've been interested in lately. There's been a lot of, like, lessons that I've been like life lessons that I've been learning lately. One of the things I would say is that I've been focusing a lot on other people, and I've always been the kind of guy to really pay attention to like people that I think are great people and try to like learn like what is it about this person that makes them awesome and super great, you know, successful people, I guess, you know, that you want to emulate or whatever, or people who have beliefs that speak their mind and you're like, wow, this guy's actually talking about some important stuff. And it's like, you know, there's guys out there that you look up to. So I really think that people are kind of all the same. Like, I actually feel like we have our differences, obviously, but there's a lot of stuff that we share as common features of, you know, like everybody has like the same general set of motivations and beliefs and, you know, like anger, sadness, fear. You know, we all have this sort of stuff. We all kind of get in the same situations in life. So I feel like you can learn a lot about yourself and other people by studying others, and you can understand a lot more about others if you understand yourself, if that makes any sense. That probably doesn't make any sense. And I think that's one of the things that I'm pretty good at is studying people and learning a lot about them. And, you know, I think you've seen this over the course of my videos where I've just talked about myself for so long. Every video I feel like I upload, I'm just talking about myself. And I think that there's a reason for that. I think I'm trying to understand what the heck it is that I struggle with, and I'm trying to like understand, like, self-awareness is a really big thing. You know, if you can work on yourself and learning like what your weaknesses are, what your flaws are, and try to fix them, I think it's a really valuable thing to be able to do in life. Anyway, where am I at here in the chat? Thank you for being brave enough to make them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I just upload videos to just talk about, like, you know, myself. Obviously, I guess you could say I'm brave for whatever I talk about in my videos, but, you know, I just feel like you don't really hear a lot of people talk about that kind of stuff very often, and I think that's the only reason why I did it, why I make the videos that I make. Advice on family who say if I make YouTube videos I will get kicked out at 18. I don't care, but how should I save money? Because I want to model and blog and YouTube, but no one cares. I mean, if you want to YouTube, I mean, a lot of people are doing YouTube now. Being a YouTuber has become a lot more popular since since when I first started watching YouTube in 2008, 2009, whatever. Like, there wasn't as many people doing it as there is now. But, like, I was in a situation where, like, I didn't want to tell any of my family about these YouTube videos because, I mean, I don't know, I was just embarrassed. Like, you know, I talked about, like, this is all personal stuff that I talk about here on my channel, and it's just embarrassing. And so I wouldn't tell anybody about it. Whenever I wanted to record a video, I was living with my parents at the time. I was like 16 or something, or 17 when I started, and I didn't tell my parents about it. I would wait for them to leave. I would wait for them to leave the house before I would start recording the videos because I didn't want anybody to know about it. And then when my dad found out about it for the first time, he found my channel, and he was not happy about it. Like, he didn't understand what I was doing, which I get. It was kind of like, you know, it's not really that easy to understand what I'm doing. But, like, for me, it was kind of hard because this is like obviously you've watched my videos, and like, I've gotten some sort of an audience going here. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, and I'm really happy about that. And, like, here's the thing. If I would have just stopped making YouTube videos at the beginning, like, I wouldn't have what I have right now. You know, so whatever you want to do, whatever it is that you want to do in life, as long as it's a decent goal, something that is truly, like, something you're going to enjoy, you know, especially if it's something that you're doing not just for yourself but for other people. I mean, don't let anybody stop you from doing it. Like, definitely I would advise you to pursue that. Now, of course, there's things along the way that are like, you know, don't be stupid about it. You know, like for me, it's like, I'm not looking at YouTube as a way to, like, make money at. Like, maybe eventually if I get enough subscribers, I can, like, you know, have enough ad revenue come in, or if enough of you guys support me on Patreon or whatever, or you know, if you guys, like, send super chats and stuff, like, sure, that's a little bit of money. But, like, you can't, like, you know, there's always that thing about, like, don't quit your day job kind of idea. But I honestly think that if you're really good at something, or if you put a lot of time into it, if you wanted to pursue something for money, you could do it. But anyway, either way, the point is, I don't know why I'm talking about this. Just follow, like, your instincts. What do you want to do? And don't let anybody stop you, because you only got one life. And life is a lot shorter than what you think it is. It's a lot longer than what you think it is when you're young. You have a lot of, like, this is the thing I'm realizing, is that I've still got a lot of time in my life. And there's no reason for me to hurry. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this, that I'm going to take a little bit of time to kind of, you know, not focus so much on my YouTube channel, to try to just understand what I want to do with YouTube before I start, like, really going hard and uploading a lot. And, like, I got to figure out why the heck I'm even on camera right now. Like, I don't get, like, I know why I started this. I know why I started my channel. I really enjoyed the process of getting better at YouTube over the past 5 years or whatever. But it's hit a point right now that I'm at where I don't know what the heck I'm doing anymore. Kind of in a crisis at the moment. Kind of at a loss for words, you know. So for me, it's like, okay, I need to take a step back and figure this out. And I do have a lot of time to figure it out. Like, I could actually step away from YouTube for 2 years, and I'm still going to be only 25, you know. And I could get back into it, and I could still be, you know. So it's like, if you're, like, super young like that, if you're, like, in your teens, if you're in your, you know, younger 20s, even if you're in your 30s, like, but especially if you're in your 20s or younger, like, you have so much time to get wherever you want to get, you know. And you know, that's why I haven't really started thinking about, like, YouTube, like, monetization very much, is because like, I don't really care about money right now. What do I do for my day job? My day job is just, like, production work. I'm just a production worker, kind of factory type stuff, basic labor, not very much money. Have you ever thought of working out? Yes, I would like to work out. I'm starting to gain a little bit of weight, and I'm not happy about it, and I'm losing a lot of muscle because I have not been working out at all, and I'm very sad about that. It bothers me that I'm getting out of shape. So, yeah, I think pretty soon I'm going to start working out. I said I was going to go running last year, like, I was going to start going out for runs, and I never did, and I'm very upset about that. So I usually say I want to do a lot of stuff, and I don't do it, and I know that's a huge problem that I have. So awkward moment when you thought he was like 19, 20. Do I seem like I'm 19, 20? Yeah, I'm 23. So I thought he was 28. Yeah, a lot of people say that they think I was a little bit older than I am. Most people say that I look like I'm older than what I really am, but I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because I talk about stuff that's really deep and stuff, and people don't usually hear that from young guys. I don't know why. Okay. So, yeah, we're talking about age in the chat. That's great. Okay, so 14 minutes in. So sometimes it's kind of hard for me to do these live streams because I got to just keep on talking to you guys. So, yeah, if you guys have any, like, questions to ask me, like, right now would be a great time to just ask me questions because I don't really have anything prepared for you right now. But I want to talk to you guys because I feel like I haven't been doing these enough. How's your gaming channel going? I stepped away from the gaming channel for a minute. Like I wanted to do a gaming channel where I would upload like a one video every day and do a whole bunch of new games, and then I kind of gave up on that because I realized that I don't really have it in me to record a video every single day. I want to get to a point where I can do that, but right now it's not going to happen, unfortunately. So I've been, I don't know. I think one of the things that I've learned, and this is something that you've probably heard before, so it's not like this is the first time that you're hearing it, but it's that, when it comes to, your life, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to fail a lot. And I think that when you're somebody who's trying so hard to get somewhere in your life, to do something, to be something, whenever you run into those problems of, yourself just failing, mentally it can be a difficult thing to deal with. So I guess what I've been thinking about a lot lately is the fact that it's important to accept that you're going to fail. Like, the sooner that you accept that not everything's going to work out for you, the sooner you realize that, you can't be good at something right away. Like, you're never, like, it always takes time to develop yourself, That you should always expect the first time you do something that you're not going to be very good at it, but that you can get better. So the idea is that if you accept the fact that you're going to fail and make mistakes, it's the next step is that you learn from your mistakes, and the quicker that you learn from your mistakes, the more experience I think that you get in life. I think a lot of times I don't do stuff because I'm afraid that, because it's almost like that fear of failure issue that a lot of people have. I feel like for me that's like why I don't do a lot in my life. Like, I do spend way too much time wasting time, like just doing nothing, just sitting around, spending hours either playing a video game or spending hours just browsing the internet, watching YouTube videos and stuff, until eventually I realized that I did nothing during the day and I got to go to bed, and I'm like, then I just feel horrible. Like, I just wasted this whole day. But so I realized that a lot of times, like, I just don't do more stuff because I'm afraid that it's not going to go very good or I'm going to suck at it. So that's why I bring up this whole fear of failure thing, because I just think it's so important that people try things out and don't quit before you get started. And then as you do things, don't expect things to be perfect. I don't know why I bring that. I like thinking about this stuff because it like, I have to think about this stuff because I'm constantly like overthinking my life. Like, I'm constantly thinking about I'm constantly thinking about myself. I'm constantly thinking about what I could do next in my life and what that will get me, and I constantly fantasize about what if this happens or that happens in my life, and why do we want this thing, and I always think about everything, and then I run into the problem of things don't work out, and then I get upset or whatever, and it just seems to be this cycle of just actually getting nowhere but just being frustrated all the time. And like, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'll just leave it at that. I think you get it. Where am I at in the chat? How do I get subs if you don't have videos? My mom won't let me make videos unless I don't live in her house, but when I'm 18... Yeah, I mean, definitely don't think about, like, subscribers if you want to start up a YouTube channel. Think about, like, what you want to make for videos, what you want to do, and just do what you want to do on YouTube. YouTube is the tagline is just broadcast yourself, because that's what the whole idea of YouTube was. The whole idea of YouTube is, here's your chance to be on YouTube, to put yourself on screen, to broadcast yourself. And you could just do what I'm doing, just turn on a camera and start talking. Or you could do something more creative, doing short film sketches. There's gaming content. If you're into video games, you can play video games and other people will watch you play. Really, it's whatever you want, you know? So YouTube is a great, if you want to be successful on YouTube, if you want to get a lot of followers, people watching you, like, you just got to put out stuff that is interesting and try to get people's attention, you know? Unfortunately, when I started, like, I'm not very proud of this, but the way that I got my first subscribers was I would go onto YouTube videos and I would be the guy that says, hey guys, come check out my channel. And I know that's annoying now, but when I did it at the beginning, I was only like, I was still in high school, so give me some slack. I was young. I would never do that today, but it worked. Like, it worked. Like, people would, like, read the comments on a YouTube video. Some of you guys watching this might have found my channel because of some of the, like, my first 100 subscribers were probably from people that found me that way. And eventually your own videos on YouTube that get views will get you more views, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. YouTube promotes videos that gets more views. So the more views you get, the more likely that other people will find you. So it's kind of one of these situations where if you're at the bottom, that's where you struggle the most. You know, when you got some momentum going, it gets easier and easier. But definitely just, you know, if you want to put yourself on YouTube, figure out what you want to do first and do a good job at it. And again, this whole idea of the fear of failure is do not be afraid to suck at something. If you're brand new at it, you will probably suck at something the first time you do it. But, you know, like, I'm not very good at YouTube. I mean, I'm better than what I was. I'm not a pro at YouTube like some of these people are who are, like, making lots of money on YouTube and having millions of followers. I'm not like a pro like that. But if you go back and watch my first videos, which, by the way, my first videos you'll never see because they were from a channel that is no longer in existence, I've gotten better. Over time, you get better. The more you do something, the better you get at it. So that's why it's a good idea to get started. Like, getting started is the most important thing you can do. Whatever it is you want to do. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If it's actually something like a career decision, or if it's you just want to, you know, start exercising, it's like, get started doing it. You don't have to be great at it. You'll get better. Don't worry about it. And, like, getting started is the hardest part, and it is the most important part. And I mean, after you get started, you have to try to keep going and not give up. But I mean, like, I could probably spend so much time talking about this because I think about this kind of thing all the time. Like, I really do. Like, this is kind of like life coaching type of stuff that I'm not an expert at, and I certainly haven't, like, actually implemented this stuff into my own life. But I spend so much of my time thinking about stuff like this. Like, I spend so much of my time thinking about the whole self-help thing, the personal development side of life, and like, I spend so much time thinking about it. That it is that's actually why I started YouTube. Like, is because I wanted to be a guy to talk about that kind of stuff. And here I am talking about it. So what do you know? I did what I wanted. But I started because I wanted to be that self-help guy. And so slowly I realized that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I started crying on camera, made a video saying I'm depressed or I hate my life, and now you guys are here. So now I'm in a situation where I'm like, what the heck do I do now? You know? Like, okay, like, I came out admitting that, like, I struggle with the things I struggle with, feeling depressed at times and feeling lost in life and stuff. But now what? You know, and that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. That's why I need to take some time to make. I guess what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to take a step back and see if there's any like really, really important lesson that I've learned so far, and see if I can like make a real like message. I need there to be something for me to stand for. It's not enough for me to say like, oh, look at me, I hate my life, I struggle with depression, blah 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 blah. Okay. I mean, that is important. That's probably why you guys all watch my channels, because you guys can relate. But I feel like I need to stand for something, and I don't know what that is. Like, I can't figure it out. I've been totally ignoring the chat because I've been talking too much, so I apologize. So let me go back to the chat. I'm still back up here at earlier in the chat. Oh, and I missed a lot of your guys' things. Feel free to like leave comments. Feel free to ask questions. This is just a, you know, kind of like a Q&A. Where am I at? Oh, somebody talking about suicide. Probably should have spent more time talking about that, because that seems to be a more of an important issue than me talking about whatever that guy was talking about. My life sucks so badly lately. I don't have a passion. I feel like committing suicide. What's your advice? I mean, definitely, like, when it comes to suicide, like, you have to take that seriously. Like, definitely, if you are feeling suicidal at all, you should go and seek any kind of help you can get. Talk about it with people, because you know, that is not the place you want to be, and you know that. You know, I don't have to tell you that. If you feel like committing suicide, I don't have to be here being the one like, you know, that's probably not a good thing. I'm pretty sure you understand that. But whenever you're feeling like suicidal or you feel like giving up on life, I think it's important to, I got to be really careful what I say here, because like, that's one of the things that I really feel uncomfortable about, is being in this position where I know so many people who have watched my videos have mentioned that they were suicidal or they currently are suicidal, and that's a real thing. Like, I'm sure you know that there is a real epidemic of people that are actually killing themselves in life. There's an epidemic of suicide in the world right now, and it is absolutely astonishing to me that that's true. But I feel uncomfortable being in this position because I know a lot of people watching my videos, they're really there. Like, they're actually there. Like, I've never really been there, because I understand the feeling. Like, I understand why someone would be suicidal. I've experienced similar feelings, but never to the full extent of actually wanting to end my life. You know, like, I've been watching a lot of Norm Macdonald. I don't know if any of you guys know who Norm Macdonald is. He's a comedian. He's probably one of my favorite comedians. I've been watching a lot of his clips, and one of the things that he said was something about the whole suicide things, where somebody was like, you know, I just don't understand how people can be suicidal, and Norm Macdonald was just like, you don't get it? Like, what do you mean? Like, life is, you know, he just went on. I wish I could play the clip. I can't play the clip, though, because I don't have it. Norm Macdonald's suicide, I'm sure there's a video out there somewhere of him saying it. He says it better than me. That's kind of, anyway. But no, I feel like, what the heck am I supposed to do about it, you know? But I've made videos on it before, and the idea is, I think that so I'm looking at this more of trying to understand the mind of somebody who is at that place. And what I think about is, when you feel like giving up on life, it's because you feel like there is no other option for you. You feel like you're suffering somehow. Life isn't giving you anything. You feel like life isn't helping you at all. You feel like you're stuck, or you feel like nothing is working, and you feel like there's no other options. So the first thing for me to point out to anybody who is thinking about suicide or whatever is to, first of all, let you know that there is another option. There are many options for you. And it is up to you, if you are not in a good place in your life, to go out there and explore those options. Because when you explore these options, and for instance, one of the options is going to see a therapist. Go walk into a doctor's office and say, hey, I'm suicidal. What do I do? Go to a professional. Okay? That is one option that you can do. And why is this important? That's important because if you're somewhere in your life where you don't know what to do anymore, you feel like you can't help yourself out of the situation that you're in, it's a good idea to go to somebody else and hand your situation over to them and let them guide you, especially somebody who's dealt with it before. Like there are so many stories of people who have been at that point of suicide and they've turned themselves around and they've gotten guidance from people. They've gotten help from others and they've gotten through it. Okay, so it is so important. It's so important to understand that there is an option for you, that there is hope, that there is the possibility of you turning your life around. Maybe you just need somebody to help you out. So I think that's one reason why people get suicidal, is because they feel like there's no other options. By the way, I know this is taking a dark, this episode, this live stream is going straight for the most serious issue on the board. We're getting real. We're talking about life and death. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I apologize. I'm in a mood right now. Don't make me talk about anything that makes me feel uncomfortable, because I will get weird. Well, we have to take this seriously. I don't know. One part of me is like, okay, we need to get down to business. Your life is horrible. Let's get you out of it. Let's take this seriously. And the other part of me is like, come on, guys. Life, you're supposed to have fun in life. Let's not take life so seriously. Let's just go have a ball and have fun and go jump around in the rain a little bit. You ever do that? I haven't done that in like so long. Like as a kid, you would wait for the rain to start falling so you could go outside and just like jump in puddles and stuff. And the older I get, the more that I realize like I really miss out on being a kid. Like I really miss out on just doing fun stuff, having no responsibilities. But no, you have to do stuff. You're an adult now. Get yourself together. And the past few years of my life, really, I've been just growing up, just maturing, just getting older, learning to take care of myself. And it's been rough. It's been a bumpy road, but I'm getting better. Anyway, suicide. I could move on to talk about something else right now in the chat, because I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me talk about this. But, it's a real thing, You got to watch out, because maybe you've already been there, but if you haven't yet been there, being suicidal, you might be someday. Sorry, I'm sorry. The one person in the chat that mentioned it, maybe you didn't think I was going to go off on this for a long time. I am. What's my advice? My advice is, if you're feeling like you either have no options in life or you feel like you're stuck, your life is going nowhere, the first thing to do is take it one step at a time. This is something that I think a lot of people don't really think about too much, is that you're trying to do everything. You want everything in your life to be amazing and perfect and wonderful. Okay, but I think it's really important to think, what is the smallest thing that you can do right now that's going to improve your life just a little bit? So you work on the small things, and eventually you can get to having the big stuff. But right now, like, this is what I've been doing, is I've been trying to forget about all the crazy things that I fantasize about, that I want in my life, and I'm trying to take it down to a more realistic level of what are the basic things I need to do right now. The basic things I need to do in my life are, I guess I can't really go into this in too much detail because it's really boring, focusing on my health and stuff. That's probably a good thing. Exercising and stuff like that. I needed to start there first. you know, I need to clean my room, as some people, like Jordan Peterson, like to say. Start with the small things first. Okay, where am I at? I'm just going to move on because I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to read the chat because I have not been reading the chat. I'm sure you guys have all been reading the chat this whole time, and I haven't. So you guys are way ahead of me. Okay, so, the reason why I want to kill myself is because I'm afraid all the time and I don't understand the world around me. Okay. I don't really have a response to that. Overthinking is a nightmare, absolutely. You know how terrible it is to be afraid 90% of the time. Well, at least you understand what your problem is. At least you understand that you have an issue with being afraid. So, I'm not trying to be a clinical psychologist here, okay, but maybe I am. So what I would want to ask you is, if you know that you really struggle with being afraid of things all the time, if you know that, like, you're just always afraid of stuff, do you know why that is? Like, do you know why you feel so afraid all the time? What are the things that you think about when you feel afraid? What triggers that feeling? I'm not a clinical psychologist, but if I was, I would ask that question. Yeah, wasting your day is bad, but I should be writing my bachelor thesis. But I'm in on that stage where I really know what to write, and games make me feel better. Yeah, being unproductive for sure. I know what that's like. Have you made any new friends recently? Honestly, I have not really made new friends. I'm getting along with people better. I've kind of given up on, I'm not really trying to make friends. I want to keep talking about the whole issue of being lonely and not having friends, but I'm no longer going to say in my videos that I'm lonely. I'm no longer going to say that, I have no friends, because, too many people are coming to me and saying, you're not lonely, you have a girlfriend. So I was like, okay, you're right. I'm not the loneliest person in the world. Okay, whatever. I'll give you guys that one. I'm just sick of seeing it, every single day in the comments on my videos, I get a comment saying, first, I have a big problem with this, because loneliness is not something where it's, rational. You could have every friend in the world. You could have so many friends but still feel lonely. Loneliness is the feeling that no one understands you. Loneliness is the feeling that you have nobody, even if you do. It's possible. I'm not lonely in the sense that I don't have anybody there. I have plenty of people that I could talk to if I wanted to. But there's something wrong with me that makes it so I don't reach out to people. I isolate myself. That's really what that is. I also don't have the best social skills, so I don't really bond well with people. So most of it is just my fault. But it's not. So when I say that I'm lonely, what I really mean to say is, I'm jealous that other people are so good at socializing with people. Not that I literally have nobody. So let me just clarify that. And I'm no longer going to talk about it in the same way that I have talked about it in my past videos. But okay, where am I at? I'm sorry. I'm way up here in the chat. And I have a lot of, I'm not going to be able to get to all of your guys' comments. I really apologize. There's too many of them. When did I get so many comments on my live streams? The last time I did a live stream, I had 5 comments. That's not true, but where am I at? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find myself in the chat here. Uh, I hate when people who have a job, car, friends, etc. complain about difficult times. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here regretting my life for a year. Yeah, I get how you might feel that way, but I personally am not very thrilled about the idea of people being competitive about how much your life sucks. Like, this is one of the things that has been bugging me a lot. Is I've come out in my videos and I've talked about, how I feel. I've mentioned that, whatever, I don't feel like I'm going anywhere with my life, whatever. But no matter what I say, somebody out there always has to write that comment to undercut me and say, you think you have it bad? Well, guess what, motherfucker? I have it so much worse. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I take that back. Pretend I didn't say that. Well, guess what, dude? I have it so much worse than you. And it's like, okay, then why did I say anything? Like, am I supposed to pretend like I have nothing that I struggle with? So I'm sorry. I don't mean to make this about your comment specifically, but it just reminded me of this fact. So it's not about you particular. I'm sure you're great. But I don't like the idea that people make it a competition. Like, your life can suck and my life can suck. Yay! Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Overthinking a little bit. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just trying to read the comments now to figure out what to respond to. I mean, is it true that a person's life could be objectively worse than somebody else's? I guess, but what's the point of trying to undercut somebody else? Like, what's the point of trying to say, hey, your life might suck, but my life is worse? Like, I don't see what the point of that is. I see it more as a way to actually connect with people, is to say, hey, yeah, you lost your job recently. You are struggling because you can't get a girlfriend. Well, guess what? I know what that's like as well, because of this. You don't have to try to make it about one-upping them. And it's just so frustrating me to see so many people that are depressed make it about trying to be the most depressed. This is what I've noticed about my videos. Is I've made so many videos where the video is just about me talking about how I feel depressed, or talking about how I feel like my life sucks, or talking about how I feel like I just hate myself or I hate my life. And all this has brought to me is other people who want to, instead of saying, hey, yeah, me too, which there are a lot of people who do just say, hey, I relate to this. But there are also a lot of people who want to say, yeah, I don't believe you. I think your life is fine. If you want to know somebody whose life really sucks, look at me. And everybody's trying to get the finger pointed like, no, look at me. My life sucks. So I'm just kind of done with it. I'm just kind of realizing that maybe I should stop talking about how much my life sucks and start realizing that it might suck, but it's all I've got. I don't know how to finish that. I was going to go somewhere with that, but I'm not going to. Where am I at? I'm losing my spot in the chat constantly. Sorry, I went on that huge rant from that comment. I apologize, though. Let me just try to find a random comment to read. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. I will say that this is probably the most people I've had watching at once, so of course I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. I'm trying to think for a moment. Okay, hold on. Looking at the stream to make sure everything's okay. I've had a lot of technical issues with live streaming lately, so I just want to make sure everything was good. Who y'all got winning March Madness? I got Duke. I'm kind of glad that you brought that up, because I have been into basketball a lot lately. Like, and I'm watching the March Madness stuff right now. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because I grew up watching basketball with my dad. My dad is a huge basketball fan. NBA. We watched a little bit of college, and he got me into my whole family on my dad's side. My stepmom and my brothers and sister over there. Huge sports family. Like, they just love football and basketball and baseball and stuff. And my brother's a freshman in high school, and he's on the basketball team. And I went and watched him play like a few games, and then I started watching a little bit of the NBA. I went back on the NBA channel on YouTube, and I just watched all their highlights of like the best plays in all time. And you watch some of these all-stars and stuff, and I think what really got me into that was they just had the all-star thing not too long ago, and that's why I started watching the stuff, because I just really love the game. Like, I want to start playing basketball now. Anyway, so March Madness, you just brought that up. I was just watching a little bit of that basketball, so watching a lot of basketball lately. Anyway, moving on to some other stuff. I have no meaning in life. Basketball, too. I have no meaning in life, even though I have a partner. We feel suicidal because we don't like a life like Bruce Lee did. I'm just reading the comments. I don't know what that means, really. Do you smoke weed? I do not smoke weed. Do I want to? Kinda. Have I? I have. But don't really want to talk about it. Where am I at in the chat? Sorry. Yeah, a lot of these comments that are just dumb are getting held for review. I'm sorry. I don't have any control over this. There's like an automatic filter on my comments. So if you're writing stuff that is in any way controversial, it is just automatically like not posting your comment in the chat. And I'm not going to bother with it, with helping you guys out there. So, what do you think about eating disorders? Honestly, I haven't really followed much about eating disorders at all, so I don't really have an opinion on that stuff. I'm pretty sure there's probably got to be some good channels out there that can actually talk about it. But as far as my opinion on it, I look at it as an issue like any other issue, where you have to, an eating disorder, I'm not really sure. Is that like, I'm trying to think of like how the psychology plays into it. Like, what is the mindset of somebody who has an eating disorder? And if there's any like way to change, I'd have to just look into it instead of I try to like think about things and like, how would I try to help somebody with an eating disorder? But it's like, you don't know anything about an eating disorder. Don't try to make stuff up. Go read a book about it first before you talk about it. That's what I'm saying to myself. So yeah, I'm not even going to comment on it because I don't know. I'll look into it though. I should, just to have an opinion. Next time somebody asks me, I'll actually know what to say. I hate when people say go out there and meet people. It's so dumb. Yeah, I mean, I agree, because it's like an oversimplified statement, but at the same time, they're just trying to help. They don't really know anything, I agree with that completely, but it's like, that's why it's so frustrating, because I feel like I have to figure out my own problems in my life, and this is why I sit here all day and I just think about stuff. I dwell on stuff. I don't always like to go to other people to ask them what their opinion is, like to try to help me with all the emotional shit that I deal with in my life and all the inner thoughts I have and all the stupid stuff I need help with, because I feel like every time I want to go to somebody to ask them, their opinion. They're just going to give me some like oversimplified answer. Like, yeah, just go out there and meet somebody or meet people. It's like, yeah, I don't know what to do though. And I feel like I've always been that way where like, okay, I can understand basic things like that. But when it comes to actually taking an idea like that and breaking it down into real steps that I can take right now in my life, like what do you mean? Like, how would I do that? You know, like that sort of thing. I've always struggled with that, the specifics of like what to do. Like, I feel like I wish I just had I wish there was just a book that had every single problem that you could ever have in your life, and you could just go into that book and read it and say, okay, I have an eating disorder. What do I do about this? Or I have depression. What are the steps I need to take to get through this? I mean, the internet is kind of getting to be that sort of place where you can just kind of Google anything you want, and it'll say, hey, here's what you do, because people are nerds, and they think about things a lot, and they break things down into steps, and I need that sort of thing. But, yeah, I don't know. Where do I go from there? I don't know. Nowhere. Therapists only teach you how to co-op. They don't get rid of your depression. Yeah, I do agree that that therapists, like, their job is what I see. I've tried to look into this a little bit for like psychotherapy or cognitive therapy or whatever, and it's like, when you go to see somebody, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you, like, they hardly do anything. Like, they just, I'm not saying they hardly do anything. They kind of hardly do anything. But the purpose of them, I should say, is that they get you to figure things out for yourself, which I feel like is why I don't personally go to them. It's like, okay, I don't need, like, I do enough self-reflecting on my own. Like, I want somebody to actually give me strategies. Now, they can do that. So I don't want to sound like I'm writing off therapy. I don't personally, never mind. I'm not even going to get into this. I don't know what I'm talking about. Why are you guys listening to me? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. There's too many comments. I can't read them. Sorry, guys. Let me just say a million times because I can't talk. Sorry, I'm weird. I'm uncomfortable right now. That's why I'm being a little weird. And I don't care anymore, like, what you guys think about me, as far as I do, but I'm gonna just how do I do this? I don't know how to do this. Never mind. How do I block you? Hide user on channel. Biggest kids bop. You're not gonna be here anymore. I'm not gonna listen to you. Hide user from channel. I guess we'll just hide you from the channel. I don't know how else to do this. Sorry. Not gonna listen to your crap anymore. Where? I don't know how to delete somebody. They changed this on YouTube to do this stuff. Hide user on channel. That's all I can do. I can't block you anymore. I can hide you from the channel, but I can't block you. I guess that's good enough. All right. Oh, shut the fuck up. I can still read them. Now he's saying you can't block me, fag. Because you're dumb. Grow up. How the heck do we do this? I don't know how to do it. Oh, God. They changed it. They changed the settings on here. All right. Cool. Yeah, they used to just be able to click on their name and then say block, but now they don't have that anymore. Now they just have hide from channel, and when I do that, he can still send messages, and they still show up to me, and I don't want to read it. I want to completely delete you from the place. Anyway, kind of lost all momentum. Yeah, he was just name calling and stuff, and it's just dumb. I don't give a crap anymore. I've been dealing with so many just like comments on YouTube every single day. I just get people on YouTube like saying stuff like, there's trolls, and then there's people who genuinely have real criticism about me and real criticism about my channel. And I've been taking a lot of it in. And it's just been so much. Like, it's just been every single day I get a notification from YouTube. It says, hey, so-and-so commented on your video. So I go, okay, let me look at the notification. What does it say? One person's like, hey, Kenny, awesome, I love the video. And then the next comment's like, I feel like you're just a loser. I'm like, oh, great. And then the next comment's like, you're not really lonely, you don't really have depression. It's like, okay, great. And it's like, I just got kind of sick of reading all the comments, and I kind of understand now how YouTubers, you see this sometimes with big popular YouTubers where big YouTubers would like have like a point where they just lose it, and they're like, I need to get away from YouTube, I need to take a break, I need to get out or whatever. And I'm starting to realize, like, I'm starting to have that moment, and I'm only at 5,000 subscribers. How am I, not even, but how am I supposed to do this long term if I can't even deal with it now for the first time? Because when I first started with only like 2,000, like 1,000 or 2,000 followers, like, I wouldn't get that kind of comments. I wouldn't get those kind of replies. So now that I'm getting them every single day, it's like, I need to just stop doing this. I need to change up what I'm doing on YouTube so I don't have to deal with that anymore. You think I care? Like, this person's just ruining the stream now. You want to see me do a responding to hate comments video so I can roast the F out of them. I mean, I wish I could do that, but it would probably be I'd probably just look stupid doing it, honestly. And okay, I just lost my scrolling thing for the comments. Let me refresh the page. Having a little bit of technical issues right now. We'll get through it. I don't know how long I'm going to do this for anymore. It's already been an hour. You just take a moment. I need to take a moment for a second. Sorry, guys. Gotta figure out where I want to go from here. Keep the questions coming in. Give me something to talk about. What do you want me to talk about? What's my girlfriend's name? I don't know if I should really say that. Doesn't really matter, does it? Her name is Sandra. How's my life? Life's okay. Not the best. Let's see. A lot of stuff going on in the world, and it can be overwhelming, I think. Just so much stuff happening in the news, and I've never been so engaged in politics since, like, everything has been about Trump for the past, like, when did he start running? Like, was it 2016? Or was it before that? I don't know, whenever it was. Like, I'm just so over that, too. Like, I just can't. My Twitter feed, I did this to myself. I started following a whole bunch of people talking about politics on Twitter. And I did it to myself now, where every time I go on Twitter, I just hear people talking about politics. I'm like, okay. Like, this is not adding to my happiness in life. Like, this is making me more stressed out. I feel like society, like everybody, we just all need to go for a walk, like, more often. Go for a walk on the beach, or go for a walk in the park. I don't know. We all need to just relax. Because so many people are stressed out and frustrated because life is difficult and challenging, and you always feel like there's more problems than you can handle, and you don't know what to do. I mean, you got to try to do whatever you can, obviously, to help yourself and take care of the issues that you see around you. But at the same time, you can drive yourself crazy to a point. Like, you can drive yourself to the point of, like, just overwhelming yourself with issues, getting angry and frustrated, and mentally that's probably not healthy. Social media is not, I'm starting to think that I need to get off of social media. Like, no more Twitter, no more Facebook, no more YouTube. Like, I can't give up YouTube. I can't give up Twitter completely because, like, I love it. But, like, I need to cut down only for the sake of it would be good for my mental health. It would be good for me to spend my time doing peaceful things, relaxing, doing things that I enjoy that make me happy, versus holy crap. I just got a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Why is this right there? Move it over. That's fine right there. Thank you, Eva M, so much for the super chat. That is unexpected, and it makes me very happy. Of course, I like money. Why wouldn't I? So, yeah. Thank you. Why'd you do that? It was great. Someone just said to someone else in the chat, ever consider joining track and field? I know that question, or that wasn't directed at me, but just a little bit of a side note from me. I was actually on the track and field team for a in middle school and in high school. So as long as it was available to me, I was on the track and field team. So, in the chat, you're asking to donate to you too. Yeah, I have that little Streamlabs alert box thing where whenever you donate using a super chat or whenever you donate on Patreon, it will show up on the stream if you do it while I'm streaming. You want me to answer the private messages? I like how it highlights my name too now, or like when you at me or whatever. I didn't know you could do that. Is that a new feature to at somebody? Yeah, I don't know what your private messages are. I haven't been private messaging anybody ever anymore because there's just too many of them and I can't get to them, and I'm not very good at responding to people. That's why I like to do these live streams, is because it actually allows me to talk to you, some of you, even though there's way too many comments here. I have a friend who's 23 and she's a girl. What do you think of that? She's scared of people viewing it in the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with having friends. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a girl who's a friend. If she's helped you a lot, that's great. I'm not just going to add everybody on Skype, though. I can't do that because like, I want to, but like, I can't just give up all my time to just talking to all of you guys. It's just, I don't know. I'm more of a loner. I don't have anything to talk about now, though. So now I'm just kind of done. Talk about irrational fear of abandonment. I don't know. Does YouTube make you feel less of a loner? I guess. Like, I feel like I have the spotlight on me and other people get to... Now I'm self-conscious. I was fine up until you asked me that. Now I'm like, oh, crap, there's like people watching me. No, I mean, yes, it makes me feel a little bit less of a loner. It makes me feel like I'm actually connecting with people, but it's not the same as like actually meeting people. As far as like irrational fear of abandonment, abandonment. I don't know. I really don't have anything on this one. I really am sorry. I don't know. Life is completely meaningless. I don't think so. I have friends in real life, but I still feel alone. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Loneliness is a feeling that everybody gets in their life, regardless of whether or not you actually have real people that you are friends with or family or whatever. Loneliness is the feeling that you can't connect with other people, or that people won't understand you, or you feel all alone even if you're not. I don't know why. So there, somebody in the chat just said that you can have friends and still feel lonely. Make up a name for your subscribers. I don't have a name for you. You can come up with your own name, and I will start calling you that, and if it catches on, it catches on. But normally, like, I thought about that a long time ago. Like, what am I going to call people who are subscribed to my channel? Is there, like, a name that I can call you guys? But I feel like that sort of thing has to develop naturally. You can't force it. Like a lot of things, including friendships and relationships, they usually have to develop naturally. When you try to force things, it doesn't work. Sometimes. It depends. Kenners? That sounds weird. Loneliness comes from not being understood, even if you have, how many is that? 1,000? 1,000,000? 100 million? 100 billion? I don't know how many zeros. You put too many zeros on that. Even if you have more friends than there are people in the world, you can still be lonely. Absolutely. See, I was thinking about this, and loneliness to me seems like it's not necessarily a rational feeling. I feel like loneliness is a feeling that you get regardless of the actual number of physical human beings that you have contact with. It is a feeling. Like a lot of things that I talk about on this channel are my feelings, or feeling, you know, like depression is feeling, you can feel depressed, right? And it can be a result of so many different things, but you know, like you can feel like you're a loser. Like you can feel like you're a nobody. You can feel pathetic. But those things aren't always rational. And I think part of the like the figuring out what you should do about that is breaking down why you feel what you feel. Like, what is the underlying thought that you have, or what is causing you to feel the way that you feel? You know, so with loneliness, it's probably a good thing to think about what it is that you want. You know, like, why do you say that you're lonely? And I've thought about this a lot for myself, you know, because I've said I was lonely, even though technically you could say I have a girlfriend, I have a friend, whatever, but I have family that I could talk to, but even though I don't. I wish I talked to my family more. That's one of the issues that I have, is I have, like, my family there who is supportive of me, and they would love to see me more, but I isolate myself, right? So it's my fault, really, that I don't get out more. But I was thinking about it, and really what it is for me is I'm jealous. I'm jealous of people who get along well with others. I feel like I just do a very, very bad job at connecting with people. I mean, I could do a good job, but I've just never done a good job. And I'm jealous of seeing people who have been lifelong friends. Like, you know, these people that have had, like, a best friend that they went to school with, and they're still best friends even into their 20s and 30s or whatever. And it's like, how do you do that? How do you have somebody like that? Like, I've never had somebody that has been by my side my whole life. And I'm really just jealous of that. So when I see on social media, on Facebook, the friends I have on Facebook in real life, and I see these people that I went to high school with, that I graduated with, and I see them still hanging out with the people that they were hanging out with in school, even now that they're like, we're 5 or 6 years out of high school, I'm like, it just makes me, it makes me lonely. It makes me feel upset or sad or whatever, you know, because I'm jealous of that. And I think that's what it is, you know. I don't know. Sorry, where am I at? Stalin's? I don't know if Stalin's is the right way to go. I think we should just give up on this trying to come up with a name thing for you guys. then we have this comment says, yeah, I have some friends, but sometimes my self-esteem is so low I can't believe they actually like me. That's an issue that I think is pretty common, where you just don't believe that people actually like you because of your self-esteem being low. And I think that's something that I've struggled with a lot, is having to get over the fact that there actually probably are things about me that are likable, even though I always feel like I do everything wrong. I always feel like I do nothing right. I always feel like like there's nothing to like about me. Like, who would like me? And it's not that other people don't like me. It's that I don't like me, you know? So, you know, maybe that's what it is for you, is you feel like there's no way anybody can like you, but really it's just, you just feel that way about yourself. A lot of things you'll notice, you might have already noticed this, but if you haven't, you'll probably notice that a lot of times you project a lot of stuff. A lot of life is people projecting things about their own thoughts onto stuff that, you know, there's no reason for yeah, people just project all the time. I don't know where I definitely didn't word that right. Sorry. Where am I at? I'm 14 and have friends, but I don't consider people friends unless we connect, like actually understand each other. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, there was a group of people that I hung out with in high school, and I thought, oh, these are my friends, you know. But we just, like, I always felt like the odd one out, and I was. I technically was like an odd one out with them. Like, I actually didn't fit in with them. Like, I sat with them at lunch in high school. I talked to them. But after high school, like, no. like they all keep talking to each other, and I'm just kind of left out, and they forgot about me. So it's one of those situations. It's my fault. It's because I'm not very good at making friends, and I'm not very good at keeping friends, and I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm not the most social person. I'm getting a lot better, though. Like, I feel more comfortable today than I've ever felt in my life. As far as my ability to socialize with people, I feel like I am getting a lot better. I feel like if I wanted to, I could probably make friends with anybody today. But now it's like I just don't feel motivated to. Now I feel like, I'm happy by myself. I don't really want to make friends today. So that's why I'm done complaining about being lonely. I'm not going to, like, I say this, and maybe in a week from now I'm going to start complaining again. But I don't want to keep saying that I'm lonely, because at this point I've kind of stopped trying, to be fair to myself. Like, I don't know if I really want to have friends anymore. I don't really know where to go from here. I'm just talking. I don't know what to do anymore here on this live stream. It's been an hour and 18 minutes, and I really appreciate you guys all joining. I can't believe that, what's your name again? Eva left a $20 super chat. I just want to say thank you again to you. Was it Eva? I forget. I think so. Yes. I also thought I could cope without people. Spent 3 years alone, then I couldn't stand the loneliness anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to block people. Like, I don't understand how people like this exist. Like, I don't understand how people like to just come onto a channel and just start being a troll. Like, what is the fun in being a troll? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. How do you... I'm gonna look up how to block people on YouTube chat live streams. See, it's not the same anymore that what it used to be. You used to just easily be able to block people. Like, I've blocked so many people from the YouTube chat before because they were being dumb like this person is. And now YouTube decided to not let you block people. That's great. I wonder if I can actually change something in the settings here on YouTube. Hold on a minute. On my live stream page. Stream options. Okay, let me think. No, that's not it. Basic info. No. I don't have block. I have go to channel, report, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, add moderator. And I'm definitely not adding you as a moderator. I don't know. I give up. I'm like a shit that won't flush. I agree with you. You are like a shit that won't flush. You know, the thing is that I don't really care. I'm literally doing nothing right now. like this is your way of making friends and you're just bad at it. Yes, Daddy, put me in a timeout. Okay, you asked for it. Put user in timeout. But that's only for 300 seconds. How long is 300 seconds? Let me quick do the math. It's like 5 minutes, maybe. Yeah, they only do it for 5 minutes. I don't know how the heck you're supposed to. I don't want to automatically block bad words. Okay, hold on. I got this. I got this, guys. Yeah, I don't. Whatever the heck YouTube did to change the settings, I don't like it. I used to be able to block people so easily, now I can't. Yeah, whatever. Can't do anything about it. YouTube is not the greatest anymore. Like, I used to think that YouTube had so much potential to be like a really awesome Is it because I put them in a timeout that they become unhidden? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what happened is when you put them into a timeout, they make the user unhidden. Yeah, I don't have a button that says block anymore. They used to, now I don't. So yeah, I'm no longer going to put them in a timeout. The problem that I have with this is that, I'm not even going to say it. I mean, I don't really know what I'm going to do anymore. The live stream's pretty much over at this point. I'm just kind of like here. Like I could just get up and walk away right now. Because I mean, who cares? Like I could just go sit on the couch, watch TV, and I'll enjoy the rest of my night. But this person's going to be upset that he didn't get to troll me some more. So what did I do today? I went to work. Got home, watched a little bit of the March Madness because for some reason I've been watching a lot of basketball lately. I don't know why. I really haven't given a crap about sports in the past like 5 years, but all of a sudden I'm starting to really like watching sports again, and I feel like I'm becoming my dad because my dad loves sports, and yeah. And now I'm doing this. I am enjoying watching your videos very much. You're one of my favorite bloggers. I really appreciate it. I don't know why, but I enjoy doing this. Less and less recently, but I still like doing it. What I really want to do, guys, is I want to do just less YouTube videos and more just live streams like this. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing, is just doing live streams mostly, and hopefully getting to a point where I can do live streams potentially every day and do them for not just 1 hour at a time, but do them for more. Like this one is going on for 1 hour and 27 minutes, but the past like 15 minutes I've been trying to figure out how to block people. So, damn, no, So yeah, that is my plan. And I like to live stream because I can just kind of ramble, and I mean that might be boring to some of you guys, but I can just talk freely and openly, and you know, a YouTube video, like if I'm going to do any YouTube videos, I feel like I need to script them out more. What about the all stallers? These are like, I love that you're trying to still come up with names for what to call my subscribers, but I can't go with any of these. Like, they're funny, but like they're good, but they're not. They don't have a nice flow to, like, I don't know. Like, I can't. I'm 14 and you don't realize how much I look up to you. I probably don't. Like, I think that's a bad thing. Like, don't look up to me. The stalkers. Oh God, no. That is a good one. That is a really good one. But dude, subscribers' names are kind of silly. Yeah, I do agree. I thought about it for a while, and at first when I started making a YouTube channel, like I thought about that sort of thing. Like I gotta come up with a name to what to call the subscribers. I do think it is a good thing to, if it works, it works. I do think that there is something to the idea of having a YouTube community that actually feels like you guys are a part of, like, my shoot, what would you call it? Like, you watch some YouTubers and like you feel like you're a part of a community. And for me, it's like I would like to figure out how to do that on my channel to make it so, you know, we kind of are all on the same page. But I do agree that the coming up with names for your subscribers is kind of a silly idea. And that's why I gave it up a long time ago. But Mama Max he does sarcastic lectures about life. Never heard of that person. I will check it out. Don't play, please. Don't play. I don't want to. All right. I will subscribe to that person right now. I actually am subscribing to that person right now, and I will watch their stuff later. It looks like a similar idea. Yeah, definitely I can tell it's probably something I'd watch, but I don't know. Not very appropriate, but I'm old enough I can watch that kind of stuff. Okay. It's the same person. Some people just got to ruin all the fun. Oh, like I should do these live streams more often. I mean, if you guys are gonna give me money, like I got for no reason, I don't know, like $20 is a lot. I appreciate it. Oh crap. Yeah, you know, this person is really, this troll is really persistent. And you would think if somebody would use their energy instead of trying to make other people's lives worse, you're so persistent. If you actually like took the time to get somewhere with your life, you could actually get somewhere. But you're spending all your time writing troll messages because I actually respond to you. It's so funny. It's sad. It's not funny. It's sad. But I've got nothing better to do. I have nothing better to do than laugh at you. But maybe giving you attention is exactly what you want, and that's why you're doing this. Because you can't get attention any other way. I'm either going to do this. I'm either going to address you because you're so persistent, and I think that's amazing, or I'm going to ignore you. One of them's got to happen. Like, I'm not going to keep dealing with this. He could be out solving the world's problems, but he's here harassing us. Exactly. Like, you're so persistent. I keep on trying to block you, but you keep on coming back. And you're so persistent that I'm actually kind of jealous about how persistent you are. Because if I was halfway as persistent as you, I would be doing so well right now in my life. Just ignore him? I should just ignore him, but unfortunately, negativity gets the most attention. Unfortunately. There's no quicker way to get somebody's attention than to call them a name, like this person has called me several times in this live stream. Like, if you want to get somebody's attention, just be an asshole. You'll get their attention. The problem is that's not a sustainable way of living. It's not a sustainable way to treat people poorly, because eventually you'll realize that you isolate yourself from everybody because nobody wants to be around you anymore. You realize that nobody likes you. He's probably like 11. Yeah, you're right. I always forget that. Like I always forget that YouTube is full of like kids. Like, I always think that everybody's like at least 18. Obviously somebody like Isaac, I know that you said that you're only 14. And I always forget about that. Like, why would I waste my time talking to a kid that's just trying to troll me? You're right. I'm stupid. I'm playing with my sweatshirt or my thing, my hoodie. You're such a great speaker. I wish I was as good as a speaker as you. I try. I do my best. I appreciate it. I don't know. I think he's probably older than 9 because my clitoris is a very funny name. I will give him credit. Like, unfortunately, pretty smart and clever. So I gotta think he's like in his probably like 16 or something, if I had to guess. I probably should be just getting off of here anyway. I'm just having too much fun. I don't know why. I'm bored. I don't do these live streams nearly as often as I want to, so I feel kind of like I need to like do these more. So that's why I'm still here. So yeah, it was a funny name. Let's see, what can I talk about? I don't really have much to talk about, obviously, as you can tell. If you do want me to talk about something, feel free to say anything you want. Just write a comment, ask me a question. Do you live in the burb, city, or country? I live in a small town. It's pretty country-ish, pretty rural area. A lot of farms around me, small farms and stuff. Small town. Where are you from? I'm from Michigan. Are you a positive person most of the time? Me? Probably not. Well, I don't know. I'm negative towards myself, but I'm somewhat positive. Like, there's... Like, I try to be positive, you know? I'm not going out there out of my way to ruin people's lives, you know? I genuinely want other people to do better in life, but... and I believe that other people can do well. I believe in... I'm kind of optimistic. Did you feel less lonely after you had a girlfriend? Absolutely, 100%. Asking because I have social anxiety, but mostly with girls now. I think that's mostly how it was for me. I would have a ton of just fear of talking to girls when I was younger. Kind of today too, but not really. You know, there used to be a lot of pressure because I always was attracted to girls and I never had a girlfriend, so I was like nervous. And now I have a girlfriend, so it's like I'm not really thinking about that, like being attracted to anybody else, but what about my situation about being seen as a stalker? I'm being monitored and the comment scrolled up. And kept away from her by the school. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I could not tell you what to do about that. I don't know enough about it. Have you ever had issues with your girlfriend because of your mental health issues? Is dating hard with mental illness? I would say me being the way that I am, depression and stuff, has 100% absolutely gotten in the way of the relationship. Our relationship almost ended because of me being the way that I am. And but she is just an amazing person. She is just the best possible girlfriend in the world that I got. I'm lucky to have her, that she stuck with me even through me being the way that I am. So yeah. But no, I definitely feel better. I don't feel lonely with her, obviously, but you know, I feel like I don't know how to get a girlfriend unless you're in school. If you're in school, I think it's pretty straightforward. Like, I mean, not necessarily straightforward. It's not like easy if you aren't very good at getting a girlfriend to get a girlfriend for the first time. But the best place to meet a girl is definitely like at school. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe if you work with somebody, but that's probably not allowed all the time. I don't know if it is. I don't know if there. It seems like you're not allowed to have relationships with people that you work with anymore, but that just might be certain places, certain types of jobs. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't want to really talk about this. I don't know. Okay. It's already 7:50 here where I'm at. Eastern time. Crap. I gotta get going because I didn't realize it was this late. And I have been on here for an hour and 40 minutes. And I do have to go to sleep in an hour. So I want to cool off a little bit. So thank you, everybody, for joining the stream. I'm going to end it here. Had a great conversation, great time. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat, for Eva for leaving that. Thank you very much. And the I just noticed the smiley face to go along with it. That made my day, and it made this worth it. So I will end the stream now. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Goodbye. See you later. Bye. Nice talk today, Kenny. Yes, it was. It was a nice talk. I appreciate it. Bye, Isaac. Bye, all of you guys. I'm not going to read everybody because there's like a dozen of you now. Thank you. All right.